G'day guys, hope you're well. A couple of you have asked me to do a review on the Thompson Baja Boss all-terrain tyres that I've been running on my next-gen Ranger. I've done about 22,000 kilometers on these tyres. I thought I'd do a bit of a review, how they're performing, hopefully help anyone else that's considering these tyres. I'll also note there's absolutely no affiliation with Thompson on these tyres. I paid full retail price for these, so yeah, my views are my own. Behind me are a 33-inch tyre, so they're a 285 by 70 17-inch, and I've been running these on ROH Vapor rims. Done a mix of terrain, so I've done about 6,000 kilometers of towing. It's done off-road tracks, daily commutes on the highway, so being used in really all conditions. I feel I can give a reasonable review of their performance after a year of ownership. A few things to know about these tyres. They are quite aggressive as a tread pattern. They're actually built off the same carcass as the mud terrain version of the Baja Boss. So you've got the main carcass in the middle, which is a 3-ply tyre. And that refers to the thickness of the sidewall. So it's very thick, which is great for off-roading and those sort of things because it's very strong and a lot less prone to punctures that you might find in some of the thinner tyres. As a bit of a comparison, my last tyres I ran were the Falcon Wild Peaks on my Pajero Sport. They were a very similar size in tyre, but they're a 2-ply sidewall. Slightly thinner. Now I didn't have any punctures in those tyres, but when I had the option of upgrading these, I thought, look, I'm going to try these. I've heard good things and I'll have that peace of mind that they've got that extra strength for off-road tracks. Now the potential downside of going with a 3-ply tyre is really weight. So these are quite heavy tyres. You'll generally find there's a few kilos difference between a 2-ply and a 3-ply tyre. Generally speaking, all of your mud terrain tyres will be 3-ply. So you're sort of getting that mud terrain strength, but in an all-terrain tyre. Thompson have gone as aggressive as they can with an all-terrain tyre, but also considered that a lot of people want to drive this on road as well. You've got super aggressive tread on this particular tyre, and these chunky side biters, I would say that have to be the most aggressive on the market. So Thompson are really thinking about traction off-road, and that's really where the side biters come into play. So if you're driving in mud and very slippy conditions, this will help give you that extra bit of traction. In terms of off-road performance, these have been excellent. I've been on some shaly tracks, I've been on the beach, I've obviously done some towing off-road as well, and these have been excellent. I can run the pressures reasonably low as well, so I've run these as low as about 10 PSI, and they've been fine. In terms of comfort, I'd say these are slightly firmer than the Falcon Wild Peaks I had before it, but still comfortable enough for day-to-day driving. Just cruising on the freeway now with Izzy, and we'll give you an idea of the noise on the freeway. One thing you'll notice is most of the noise is actually from the snorkel, so there's always a bit of wind noise coming through from that. But the tyres themselves, certainly you can hear them. They will be louder than a stock tyre, slightly louder than something like a Falcon Wild Peak, but certainly it's not too bad, is it? I mean, you don't really notice the tyres too much, Izzy? What do you think?
Not really.
No? I have been in cars that have got mud terrain tyres on before, and they can be very, very noisy on the highway. You really hear that whine. This is just kind of like just a gentle noise in the background. Considering how aggressive they are, I think you know, they're very manageable day to day. There were some question marks for me originally, like how these would perform in the wet weather, and they are excellent in the wet weather. So I've driven in some quite heavy rain with these, and they stay very firm and true to the road, which is great. No sliding around, so I've been super happy with the performance in the wet. And in terms of towing performance, the grip has been excellent. So yeah, super happy when I've got the van hooked up, and I feel very comfortable and confident towing the van. The tyre wear on these Thompsons is excellent, and I think I'm going to get very high kilometers. I guess for yourself, if you're considering these tyres, have a think about your intended usage of your vehicle. Are you spending the majority of time on the road, or are you going to be off-road? This is really suited for someone that's sort of more of a 50-50 on-road, off-road, and if that's you, I think this is a great option. If, however, you're going to be spending a lot of time on the road and a very small amount off-road, you will use slightly more fuel, so that's obviously a downside of a heavier tyre. You know, maybe in that situation there might be something else that's a little bit more road suited for you. Cost-wise, these are going to set you back an arm and a leg. They're not a cheap tyre. These were close to about $600 per wheel, and obviously I'm running 5, I've got my spare underneath, so it is a big investment if you do go down this route, but I've been super happy. And to be honest, tyres is just one of those areas I'll never compromise on. You know, it's the only thing between your vehicle and the road. Overall, after a year, very, very happy with these tires, and I could strongly recommend them. That wraps up the review of the Mickey Thompson Baja Boss all-terrain tires. If you have any questions, please drop them below in the comments. Happy to answer those. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.